Hello, ModifiedRabbit here. Uh, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you already haven't subscribed, I would love it if you do. If you want to wait until you watch the video and decide if you like what I do here, go ahead and do that. But I would definitely love the support for the likes and subscribes and stuff. Pardon my face today. I have been working a lot with my commission work lately, and it's just been I've been swamped, and it's stressed me out, and my face has been like because of it. So, but for these lives, I don't put on makeup other than what I'm reviewing. So, you guys get to deal with my face being all stressed broke out. So, anyway, oh, I got some new plugs the other day, so I'm pretty excited about them. I love them very much. Anywho, today we are. Look how small this is. I was surprised too when I got it. The Huda palette. This one is the Gemstone Obsessions palette, so it's got a whole bunch of different colors instead of one type of shade. Because I was gonna go for the red one, because I'm looking for a specific red, but this one had that same red in here, but also a whole bunch of other colors. I was like, well, then maybe I'll just get this one. So, and it was on sale. Off sale, I probably would not get this. This is so tiny, you guys. Like, just I opened the box and I had ordered foundation as well because I do love Huda foundation. It's like the only foundation that goes good with my dry ass skin. But um, I was super surprised when I opened the box, and this palette is so freaking tiny. This is horrible. Like, this is so tiny for the price. I can't remember how much they uh, sell this palette for, but we're gonna check really fast. I probably should have checked. I should have checked it before. Um, oh man, eyeshadow. Should have checked before, but I'm sorry. That's my partner's controller. He's playing video games. Hopefully, he turns that off. Anyway, these palettes tend to go for around like $27. On sale though, this one's still on sale. Not all of the other ones are, but this one is for $18.90. I don't know if I'd even like for the we're gonna see how this swatches and stuff, but for the price so far for how small this is, $18.90 is still a little much for me. I'd be like $10, please. But we'll see. Hello, Bandit. We'll see how well this does. I have not swatched these or anything, so I've been holding on to this for a little while. The how small it is made me a little less excited to go and swatch it like I usually get excited to do when I get a palette in. Pardon me. Anyway, this is the inside. Um, yeah, lots of pretty looking colors. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started with the swatching. I don't peel the plastic off the mirror because I don't ever use the mirrors, so I just leave it on there. Let's see. These don't have any names, so I can't really, tell you the names of these as I swatch them. And they look a couple of these look extremely soft in color. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and get started with this. All right. Okay. I'm liking it so far. We'll see how they react on my eyes, though. But so far, so good. I like the colors. I can't wait to get to that red. I want to see if it's the red I've been waiting for. If it is, then it'll have been worth the $18 that, you know. All right. Get into a purple. Here's the red. And we got an orange. Oh, this red is looking a little coppery on my finger. I'm going to probably be sad about it. It's going to disappoint me, I can tell. Purple. Ooh. All right. Here's the red. Nope. It's too dark. It's very dark and coppery. Bummer. Here's an orange. I don't even know what this color is. It's like a very soft shade. Okay, there's a lot of fallout with these. All right, we've got two. Was it two? No, one more shade. We just got the blue left to do. So this is probably going to be a pretty short review, guys. All right, let's get this blue in here. Ooh, I like that. That is a very pretty blue color. Okay, so these are all the shades. There's a lot of fallout on these. Like they swatch real nice, but then after a minute of letting them sit on my skin, like they're it seems like they're peeling up off of it. So that's a little weird to me. So we're gonna see how they do on the eyes though. Let's see. I don't know what colors I really want to do. If I do too soft a shade, you guys aren't gonna be able to see it, so I guess we'll have to go with something bold. I'm thinking maybe like the purple and the blue then. And then we'll do like maybe the pink or whatever on like the inner corner. We'll try those three because none of these shades really particularly stand out for something that I want to absolutely try and give a second chance type thing. They all look pretty. The only one I'm disappointed in is obviously the red because it doesn't look like what it shows in the palette. It's more copper tone, which is a problem with a lot of reds. They're usually like a copper tone, a little orangey, or too pink. So it's really rare to find an actual proper red, especially with foils. So one day I'll find one. Alrighty, so we are going to go ahead and get started with this. As usual, we've got, primer on this eye, none on this eye. So, alright. We'll start with the purple on the non-primed eye. I'm going to pull this mirror forward a little bit. Okay, so it looks like it shows up pretty good. It's a little soft on the non-primed eye, but I usually expect that without primer. We're going to go, it looks like two should be fine. So we're going to go with 2 layers of each color just to give them a good shot and see. Yeah, I think 2 layers should be fine. A little bit under. All right, well, let's try the primed side and see how that goes. Okay, primer definitely picks it up a lot better. Be a little bit more precise with the primer at least, so. Okay, so I pretty much had 2, a little bit on the waterline there. That's that too. I pretty much had 2 layers already on the brush for that, because I had some on both sides, so and I used both sides. So we've got a lot more control with it with the primer. It sticks to the primer really, really well. So it's looking like it's sliding around a little bit on my lid without the primer. So don't know about that. I will just use the same brush because it's purple and blue, so it's fine. Alrighty. So we're gonna go with some blue. And so far, I've only got the tiniest bit of fallout. And blue does not seem to want to come off the brush very well. So I'm gonna go with hope for the second round of it to go a little better. There's a lot of fallout from that blue. Yeah, there's a good bit of fallout. You can see that right there when you wipe it. But it's kind of shimmery, so I guess if you like have to smudge it in, you don't have time to like try and get it completely off and everything. Either redo your makeup or cover it. It does, like, when you kind of wipe it, at least it leaves a nice like shimmer, so it kind of looks like highlight, so that's all right at least. All right, let's go on this other side and see how that goes a little better with the, hopefully, with the primer. Again, it is gripping to the primer really well. You get a lot more control. So if you're wanting to do like a nice like cut crease and stuff, which is really hard for me because of the hooded eye thing and also, you know, my deep set eyes, but this actually, like, these colors really, really like to stick to primer, so that's kind of cool. Um, they seem to stick to primer way better than most other uh, shadows that I've used, so at least there's that upside. Okay, that's the first go around for that. Let's go for the second one. All right, we got a little bit of fallout. That's a little bit less fallout than the other side, but there's still a good bit as compared to some other shadows, like foil type shadows I've tried. So, all right, now we can go with, we're going to go with this little inner corner. We'll do one of these pink, we'll do this darker pink shade. Just to be fair, we'll do the two part thing. So it's a pretty shade. It looks nice. All right, let's try with the prime side. A lot more precision with the primer. That seems a lot more shine as well with that primer. You can see that shines a good bit. All right, so I'm gonna blend this together a little bit and see how well this do. Okay, so they blend together pretty well. Oh yeah, with the primer it definitely blends together a lot better. Okay, so this is what we got. Get a little bit closer for you guys. They're very pretty colors, so that's nice. These, I did not even use these brushes, so we're gonna put them up here. Okay. Review time. Yay! We're only like 15 minutes into this. It's already time for the review part. Okay, so there's a lot of downsides, sadly, to this palette. I mean, I love Huda's foundation, but it's looking like their shadows, especially if all their palettes are around this size, or, you know, smaller than normal palettes. I, I really like this. I don't know. I'd say, like, I guess the $18, it's kind of worth it. I mean, you know, it's definitely not, to me, not worth the 27 usual price. Hey, Misty. But I mean, they're very pretty colors. They work really well, even without the primer. But with the primer, like, it's, I'd have to say, like, the upside to these, uh, the Huda shades, the shadows, is that with primer, I have abnormally good control over the shades and where they're going and everything like that, as compared to other shadows that I've tried. So that's kind of cool. Sorry, pardon me, my nose all the time. But so that's probably the main good thing about this palette. Main bad thing is that it's super duper tiny. It's horribly tiny. I don't like how tiny it is. Um, I mean, it's pretty packaging and everything, so you're probably paying a good bit for that in general, but like in the Huda name. But I'd say the sale price is about the most I would ever pay for this palette. I would not pay full price for this, but yeah, you get abnormally good control on primer with these shadows. It's You can get pretty dang precise, so I think these are really great for that. At least there is a good bit of fallout though. Um, it Without primer, it doesn't seem it's kind of like pushing around on my lid just a little bit, just a tiny bit. It's barely noticeable, but with the primer, it seems to be sticking there just fine. So at least there's that. Again, you get a lot more control though with the primer side. You can see that I was able to like get it in there a lot better with the same brush as compared to, um, overshooting a little bit with the same brush on the other side without the primer, because it's easier to slide around and stuff and not stick where I want it. The Again, like with the colors, these are pretty colors. I really like the blue. It's a beautiful shade. These couple of these light shades right here, these three, really pretty for the inner corner and stuff. Probably a good topper. I'm extra disappointed in this red. It doesn't show up the same shade that it shows in the pan. It's a copper red and not a red. Um, so I'm kind of bummed about it. But that's me. Someone could actually really enjoy this red. I'm very particular about my reds. So the palette is magnetic, so that's kind of cool. But again, $27 for something like this is no. I luckily paid the sale price. It was more around like $18 or whatever on sale. So um, I think the sale price is pretty good. I mean, you do just have to watch out for the fallout, but luckily with most of the fallout, anyways, you can just kind of rub it in a little bit, and it just does like a nice little shimmer. Um, See, like you can kind of see it just a little. I don't know if you can see it at all on this side, but there's like a little bit of a shimmer right there from me rubbing that in, and it has like a nice little blue because it was the blue that did a lot of the fallout right there. Um, so all in all, I think it's a pretty decent palette. It's pretty good. So I don't really have like any super negative feelings about it or super positive feelings about it. I do enjoy foils, so I like that it's a whole bunch of foils. So that's kind of cool. It's a nice little extra palette to have if you can catch it on sale. If you can catch it for less than the 18 something on sale, I'd say go for it. Especially if you enjoy having just a couple, like a good range of foils to add extra pop to your look or whatever. Um, or you like to do bold looks and stuff like I do. So I actually might end up using this palette an okay amount. So it's pretty good. I'd say it's up there in the middle for me for palettes. It's definitely not higher than that though, because it's mostly the size that's really bothering me. It's so small, and then the fallout. There is a good bit of fallout with it, like I was doing with the swatches earlier. After swatching it, it's nice, and it's initially swatches nice and smooth, but then after just even a minute or so, I could see like it was peeling and falling out and stuff is peeling off my skin. So I definitely think that this does need the primer. I'm certain that it'll start doing that off my eye eventually, the one without the primer. So I definitely highly recommend not using these without primer. Um, I mean, you probably can and see how that goes, but probably wouldn't really want to risk it with foils, falling out and everything. That's not fun. Foil fallout is not great, but yeah, it's a pretty good palette. I like it. I know this was a particularly short review, but this is a particularly tiny palette, so yeah. So Huda Beauty, I think they do need to fluctuate their prices a little bit on their stuff. Like the foundation, they already lowered their price by like $20. It used to be like a $60 foundation, and now it's more around like 40. So I'm pretty happy about that. So I think they're going to need to be doing the same with their eyeshadow palettes, though, honestly. So yeah. But anywho, that is the review for the Huda Beauty Gemstone Obsessions palette. I hope you guys enjoyed. If there is any particular palette that you would like me to review that I haven't already, go ahead and comment it. Maybe I will have it and actually get to review it for you guys. Otherwise, maybe we'll do some more glitter swatches next week. Maybe we won't. It depends on what I have in my little palette stock over here to do reviews with. Um, I've got a good few more, so maybe I'll do one of those palettes, but we'll see, I guess. But go ahead and leave a comment if want to see anything in particular from me. Um, leave a like if you enjoyed this. Subscribe, hit the bell. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm trying to hit the 1,000 subscriber mark, which is a very far ways away, but you never know. So um hopefully soon. I hope maybe by the end of this month I might have a better camera and stuff. I know it's been weird with me, like fluctuating on trying to get this webcam kind of situated. This is mostly like a gaming stream, like game streaming webcam, and it's just stuff like that. um I'm not sure if I have the ice cream. I don't think I have the ice cream palette from Glamlight, but I can have a look at it and see if it's anything I'm interested in, and if it is, then I might get it sometime. Um, I'll put that on my list though. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, it just came out. Okay, yeah, that's why I don't have it. Well, I mean, I also don't tend to buy the gimmicky palettes, but if it's got a bunch of stuff that I enjoy, I will probably have a look at it and see if I can get it in the future. I would love to, review some palettes that you guys want to see. So otherwise, I've got some BH Cosmetics and Carity stuff and whatnot to review. I could probably review a Carity palette next weekend would be great if nothing else comes up that you guys want that I don't that I already have or something like that. So, but yeah, I will see you guys next weekend. I hope you enjoyed the video. I am sorry about, again, my face. I've been like stress breaking out. I've been like super, super busy and like bombarded with my work and trying to, schedule a whole bunch of stuff with doctors and photo shoots and stuff like that. Just scheduling, trying to get all that stuff done before we're trying to work on moving within the next couple of months. So I've got like big old stress breakout. It always happens near the bottom portion of my face, and I am one of those people that have that really bad OCD with like my skin. If I feel something on it, I just like pick at it. It's horrible, so I just make it worse. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Misty. So sorry about my face, but again, unless it's something I'm reviewing, I don't want to put anything on my face because other than the primer for the one eye, because I want the review to just be what I'm reviewing and nothing else interfere with it or anything like that. So we just get to deal with whatever my face looks like that weekend. So Anywho, enough rambling. I'm never good at saying goodbye. I never know what to say for that. So we're just going to go. So bye.